The Bay Area Cultural Asset Map, or BACAM as we call it, originated out of a strategic planning process that the foundation did a few years ago, during which they were really asking themselves, how can we do our jobs better? How can we make better grant-making decisions? And they have a performing arts program that looks after the performing arts in 11 counties in the Bay Area. They ended up creating this initiative called Bay Area Cultural Asset Map, and hired Fractured Atlas, which then hired me to bring it into being. So at this point, it's a one-year pilot project. We're building a few different modules, as we're calling them. Essentially, they're all going to be served by a single database in the center, but then there are a few different uses that we can anticipate, and ways in which we can see the data coming into play. So one thing we're doing is we're creating a resource called Bay Area Performing Arts Spaces, which is actually an adaptation of a resource we already have in New York called NYC Performing Arts Spaces. It's starting off with just dance and theater spaces, and essentially if people want to rent a theater or a dance studio or something for a rehearsal or performance or even auditions and so forth, they can use this database to find that, and eventually we're building in the capability to actually book it right online. So that's sort of a nuts and bolts artist-focused side of things. But then on the other hand, we're also building a module for the foundation itself, where they'll be able to view in a map-based form statistics and information about the cultural community in the Bay Area. And the neat thing that we're doing is that we're connecting everything in the back end. So we have this database of venues, for example, that people are populating by just using it. And if somebody, for example, adds themselves to that database because they want people to be able to find them and rent their space, that organization and that facility will then show up in the other aspects of the map, and it'll just automatically all be connected.